Hey everybody, you're watching the Christiana 321 and oh wow, my desk is a mess. We're gonna do that. I wasn't gonna do that because then it's spoiling things, but also my desk is a mess. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 12. This was going to be a fun competition with a certain rabbit, I know. However, the Packer game was on and we did not end up actually filming anything. It was not a happy game. So let's go over my priorities from 2023. Wow, I can't believe it. I almost said 2022. Does not seem like this year should be over. Um, so yesterday I showed you my habit tracker thingies for 2024. Um, Now we're gonna go backwards. I should have done this the opposite days, but whatever. Here we are. So in 2023, I had 7 habits. I made this beautiful, this beautiful priority board, showing all of them. And it was just kind of things throughout the year that I wanted to have a focus on. It was mostly goals to like try and hit each month. So it started off with getting all A's. I got 2 A minuses, but I'm counting it. If you don't know, I love saying it. Graduated from Vanderbilt with my master's in engineering management back in May. So I did it. And then I had getting my EIT cert. I scheduled it twice and did basically 0 studying for it. So that was, great. But it was rescheduled for February of next year. But there you go. So no, I did not meet my goal number 2, and I will not meet goal number 2 this year. Number 3 was clean house. This one, it changed definition a lot throughout the years to what counted, because it was never supposed to be heavy clean house every month. That's just not who I am. But do a significant cleaning activity each month. I have checked off this month early for the purposes of this video, but it is, I don't know, it's complicated because I've been moving, and so I've been cleaning things as I've been moving and getting rid of clutter, and so it's, if I'd known that I was going to be moving, I would have made this one a little bit better defined, but it was more about the habit of, like, getting in the habit of cleaning better. $1,000 to debt or savings. At the beginning of this year, that goal was about getting out of debt, and then I took on a mortgage. So if I had just followed it, just like, if I had not taken on more debt this year, I would be out of debt other than my car loan, but my interest rate on that is like 2% something, 2 point something. But so I've been putting more than $1,000 per month towards debt and or savings. It got a little bit complicated with, like, do I count down payment? Do I count, different elements of putting equity into the house? But generally I'm on target. So at the end of the year, there's a bunch of expenses as far as taxes, my timeshare, I've got to pay the end of the year fees for that. But I'm getting a bonus at the end of the week, so everything that's in the bonus beyond those end of the year fees is just going to go straight to debt. My highest interest debt is the timeshare, and honestly, like, don't get a timeshare, you guys. I'm trying to figure out how I can get out of it, but all of the things that I've seen about getting out of timeshares also seem like scams. So, we'll see. Number 5 up here was, I need to like face the camera, but also show you the board. Number 5 was read a book, 1 book every month. So I've done more than that in most months. It was June. I just didn't finish a book. I did do some reading. But so October, I read The Secret Agent. I did it over audiobook, and it was a mistake. I don't really know very much about that book. It Who was it by? I don't know. It was an old timey author, and they did secret agency things. I don't know. Whoever the audiobook reader was just kind of put me in like a trance. Um, like I love the sound of his voice, but I could not focus on any of the words. Um, and then November, I finished at least two books. I'm not always the best at writing down when I finish books, but I read the Britney Spears memoir, The Woman in Me, which I have thoughts. I like. I've enjoyed her music and I've been vaguely aware of her situation over the years, but I didn't recently, especially since her conservatorship ended. I've been made more aware. What is going on with my hair? I've been made more aware of some of the stuff that was going on with her, but also you're very precariously perched and I'm very worried that you're gonna fall. Um but also uh oh, all the conspiracy theories about her. And so then I have my own conspiracy theories about this book, but I could be wrong, because that you're usually wrong with conspiracy theories. Uh, so I don't know. Maybe I'll talk about that one day. I've read a few of the like starlit memoirs recently, and they're pretty good. Um, Very interesting. A life that I have never even really wanted to lead. And then I read another book in November. Oh, Beowulf. I was supposed to read that back in May, and I finally read it. That was another one that was an audiobook that I did not do a good job of paying attention to. Um, but it felt like this is a classic. I should read it. I kind of followed it. So basically, Beowulf is this hero, and he goes on a bunch of like adventure quests to defeat monsters, and he does a good job. The end. I feel like there was probably a lot more that I was supposed to get out of it, but that's kind of where I am. Maybe I'll watch the movie and I'll pick up on some more of the details. And then December, I've actually already finished two books. One, you guys are gonna be so proud. If you've been around since May, I finally finished The Cat Who Saved Books. It was very good. It got a little preachy at the end. I mean, the whole thing was kind of preachy about the different ways that we're destroying reading, um, as a society. But yeah, towards the end, it got a little heavy handed, but it was still a good book. It was a cute book. Uh, it wasn't very deep. Like the message was very surface level, but I enjoy magical realism elements, and I mean I agree with a lot of the stuff they were saying about books and reading. Uh, there were a couple of points that I took personally about trying to read too quickly, especially given that I started that book during a 7 book in 7 days challenge. Anyway, um, and then I also finished Love and Work by Marcus Buckingham. That was a book that I was reading for work, professional development kind of stuff. He is very smart. I don't agree with everything that he says in there, but he makes a lot of good points. The thing that bothers me though is he references a particular study done by the Mayo Clinic, whatever. He references it a bunch about the doctors, a study done on burnout in physicians. And I read elements of it, I skimmed it, um, but I couldn't find where in the journal article it makes reference to any of the information that Marcus Buckingham is referencing. And so it might just be that I'm not reading it carefully. It might be that there's more information on there, but this is the like I was reading the article from where it was linked in one of the articles, um, either by Marcus Buckingham or interviewing him. Anyway, so that was a little bit disappointing. Night away in October, we went to Albuquerque. You saw that. Um, November, we went to Orlando, and um, December, I went to Pittsburgh for work, which you kind of saw. You saw the hotel room, um, but I didn't vlog that trip. Also, later this month in December, we're gonna go to Georgia for Christmas, um, or around Christmas. So, and then my last goal. I'm sorry, I'm not holding it up anymore. The last goal was going to the gym 4 times a month. So for December, I haven't finished that one yet. I have my gym appointments scheduled. This one has really evolved throughout the year as well, where it started off with essentially just making sure that I worked out 4 times a month. I was a part of Planet Fitness this year. Man, time, you guys. But so I was supposed to go to Planet Fitness 4 times a month, at least once a week. It's supposed to be way more than that, but as like a baseline goal of just getting into the habit of going. And then I just stopped going, but I went on a lot of walks. So any day that I got all of my walking in, I counted that. And then I don't remember all of the different evolutions of this one, but now I go to Pure Barre here up in Green Bay. It's so much fun. I really enjoy it. However, I've not been going as consistently, partially because of just all the trips that we've been doing, and partially because when I'm on that time of the month, it's really difficult for me to be able to do that. I got lots of thoughts on that, but hopefully, if I get more consistent with going the rest of the month, then I'll be able to go during that time of the month. That's how it's worked for me in the past. But yeah, I really don't like that time of the month. I struggle with it a lot. I have a video idea planned for that conversation. Anyway, that's how I'm ending the year for my priorities for 2023. I say ending the year. I've got a couple more weeks to get those gym trips in and to hopefully get some more debt settled and work on cleaning the house more, especially because I'm sharing space with another human. I need to get back in the habit of cleaning, which my family might laugh and say, "Were you ever in the habit of cleaning?" But yeah, for my entire adult life, basically, other than a couple of years in college, I've lived alone, and I'm okay with the mess. But that's not fair to make somebody else live with it. So I'm gonna take care of that. I'm going to stop recording, and yeah, happy Vlogmas. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have a fun Christmas themed Vlogmas video. We've got a few things planned, and now the warehouse sale is over, so we should be able to do some fun coupley Christmas stuff moving into the next week or two. Anyway, good night, sweet dreams.